Hello there, welcome to today's Daily Dominion, which is all expansions. We've got quite a bit of stuff going on here. There's Wall, which is a negative VP landmark for having a big deck. We'll just try to keep our deck small. Crop Rotation, which is quite a powerful project. I don't know how much it'll play in here, but it's quite good. Circle Witches for cursing. The only liaison is Contract. So you'd have to play quite a few contracts to curse them, but it's possible. As always, something like Horn of Plenty is going to jump out at us. So here the draw is quite awkward. There's only Tactician, really, and Crypt, I guess. Crypt, Tactician, Pseudo. Crypt, Pseudo, Draw, and Trashing, Tactician, some draw. So I think we'll try to build the Horn of Plenty deck, though it's certainly a little awkward. There's King's Cash, which will help out that deck quite a bit. It'll be somewhat challenging to get the uniques. I mean, it's not terrible. If you have Silver, Copper, Amulet, Tactician, maybe Merchant Camp, you can get there. One thing you have to note is that because we're going to probably have copies of King's Cash rather than a bunch of copies of Horn, like we may only have, I mean, the finish, quite honestly, might be a single King's Cash played on a Horn and then buy a province. So for 4 provinces and hoping that the wall differential is enough to beat the AI here. Because the AI is probably going to buy Skulk a bunch of times and maybe even Haggler and have like a billion cards. At least that's kind of what I would guess. So when you're greening with King's Cash Horn, and this is true of other things like Crown or Counterfeit or whatever, you really need 9 uniques. You basically can't count the horns because the first time you play the horn and gain a province, you trash it, and then it doesn't count for the next 2 times you play the horn. So to gain 3 provinces with King's Cash Horn of Plenty, you actually need another unique in play, which actually makes it, I mean, besides the fact that the King's Cash itself counts for unique, kind of makes it not that much better, but anyway, it's fewer gains to get the setup. I'm going to open Amulet Silver. The AI has a 5-2, which will probably be pretty fast here, though, not, there is, I mean, if they're like immediately, maybe take 5 here. It would be nice to try and start getting some of the more expensive cards. Though obviously trashing isn't bad either. We had a very good reshuffle. I mean, we could take a Skulk even, with the idea being to use the Skulk and the gold as part of our unique counts. It's not actually too terribly crazy. We're a little over terminal at that point. They're going for the cursing. I'm surprised they didn't do gold Skulk and let's get a merchant camp. And here we're gonna trash. It maybe would have behooved us to buy a crypt on the previous turn, to be honest. We're gonna draw everything here. I don't really know how long it's gonna take the AI to say get the we do have 10 here if we just take money, which is maybe the play over the trashing, and go like crypt, horn. I don't think we top deck. Ideally we draw the tactician. We'll trash here. Do we have 5? We just have 4. There's not really a gain here that's particularly good. I may just not play the horn. Beyond that, we need to get what do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need like maybe a contract, and then we'll need a king's cash. There we did get hit with a curse. We're gonna draw most of the deck again. Hopefully we find the crypt. That's the main thing. We did find the crypt. Hooray. This is actually running quite nicely. I guess I could have, I'm gonna set that, I was gonna say I could have contracted one of the actions, but like, I think it's probably nicer to just do this and have the contract set aside. You can't tell if it's clicked or not. That's really cool. I don't remember how many times I clicked it. Okay. So I don't know if it, how come it won't let me set aside the contract? Is it non-duration? Non-duration. Well, in that case, non-duration. Okay. Maybe we do the merchant camp here. We would still hit 7. And it would just kind of leave that stuff out for a little while, which would be fine. It'll help boost the Horn of Plenty on the next play. Maybe we do that this way. So we're going to use the duration power here. And they're buying duchies with a silver, which is so bad. Just very, very bad. We won't actually play the amulet this turn. I think we did bottom deck the King's Cash, which was pretty sad. I guess we could play the Tactician and just so that we can King's Cash the thing the next time. Otherwise, we kind of have the cards we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like we have the cards, we just need more King's Cashes and horns and things. Maybe we actually do Tactician. It'd be a kind of a funny. It's gonna look a little funky. I don't know. It'll be fine. I mean, we're gonna draw everything quite easily. I I don't think I want another silver. That's probably pretty bad. We could also contracted the amulet there, but we'll just go like this to give him a curse. And King's Cash Horn. So like we could this turn do 4 provinces, right? Quite frankly, that's going to be enough to beat the AI here because they're never going to oh, I should have well, it depends on what I want to do. If I want to just go 4 provinces, then this is perfect. If I want to try and build for another thing, then it might be to my advantage to trash that copper. So if we go 4 here, we're going to have 24 points. And the AI, as they're scoring here, will only ever just get kind of worse and worse. And then I can King's Cash. I guess we'll just cash out. It's a little wimpy, but it is certainly going to win. We'll be able to King's Cash a contract at some point to get 8 again and buy a 5th province, and then we'll be super, super ahead. So this is a little bit wimpy, but it's okay. See, the problem with the AI is as they score, they just lower their points because everything they do has 1, 2, 3. They're 1 short here. We can take silvers though. Could also contract the. What I'm gonna do is just buy. I guess we better buy a duchy just to be on the safer side. Well, I mean, it's not. There's no real risk, but. I guess the curses could eventually make us sad. What do we want to do here? I thought about crop rotationing on the last turn. That's the thing I was thinking about doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still only have. But we can trash copper to score. Wait, that didn't give us enough to duchy. Let's just get a point. I think I took a silver on the last turn. That was probably a little misguided. Now we'll have our tactician. We do get to. No, we don't have the. Maybe they'll gain a skulk. They almost beat us. It's kind of a. I wonder if we don't cash out, if it runs better. We didn't make it through, but just barely in the end. Just because they got the King's Cash on the contract there to give us, I think, 2 curses. No, just 1 curse. Another curse. They were 2 favors away. That's funny. Good thing I bought the duchy. The other thing we could have done, I think I gained a silver at some point. Yeah, this one here. If I don't gain this silver, then also it's probably not too much of an issue. But let's go back here. Go all the way back. And think about our life choices. Like if we just go, really the goal here is to it's like King's Cash Horn, and then we need something else. Maybe just another tactician. Could be a crypt. We have to gain something. The gain is mandatory. So I guess it's got to be tactician. And then we probably don't buy anything. Okay. So there, okay, we draw this. We're going to end up with a few extra cards. We can trash a copper, a tactician. I don't want that. Okay, so this will draw a deck. We won't be able to do anything about the curse, but we are going to be able to curse them at least once here. Okay. Ooh. This gets us a few extra duchies. So this runs a little cleaner for sure. The build up rather than what I did. Though I did have to draw one of the tacticians, though the odds, I had 2 at that point, so the odds of that are pretty high. This certainly looks like a much cleaner finish than what the AI, or than what I ended up with the other way. And I mean, the truth was I thought 4 provinces was just safe, and it kind of was, but it looked less safe in the when we played it out than I anticipated originally. I shouldn't have taken that 1 silver. That was pretty bad. I didn't actually know I had that many cards. Anyway, we made it out. It was just a tie in the real thing, which is less honorable, but it still gets you the crown. So that was a really interesting kingdom. I mean, it was like a hop thing, but not a traditional hop thing. Really, there were some other things going on there to make it a little more interesting. Thought it was a fun kingdom. But thank you for watching, and I will catch you all tomorrow.